Physicists just measured a quantum event in 37 dimensions. That means our reality isn't just three-dimensional. It's embedding multiple dimensions within it. And if that's true, then this could be the best evidence yet for the manifold model that I've been theorizing over in the hyperuniverse theories. Quantum mechanics has never played by classical rules. It already gives us entanglement, superposition, wave-particle duality, but then this new experiment pushes things even further. A team of physicists measured a quantum pulse of light existing in 37 independent dimensions. Not theoretical, they observed this, and that means those dimensions were already there, hidden within the quantum state itself. And so if you've followed my work or seen the short on this topic on nested manifolds and higher dimensional embeddings, you'll see why this is a massive deal. This experiment was designed to explore what's known as the GHZ paradox. If you're not familiar with that, the GHZ stands for Greenberger-Horn-Zellinger, and the paradox is one of those things in quantum mechanics. It's been used to demonstrate quantum states that literally contradict logic, where probability outcomes give results that are mathematically impossible under normal physics. Up until now, GHZ states have mostly been tested in three-dimensional quantum systems, but what this team did is take that paradox and extend it across 37 dimensions, meaning they took an already non-classical phenomena and made it even more extreme, and that alone is wild. But here's where it really starts connecting to the bigger picture. This experiment isn't just about quantum weirdness. It's about structure, how reality organizes itself beyond what we normally perceive. I've talked before about how our 3D space isn't necessarily the fundamental layer of reality. It's a projection, or a cross-section of something more complex. The Klein bottle model is a good way to think about this. If you've ever seen one, a Klein bottle is this weird kind of oblong, non-orientatable object and folds in on itself in ways that seem impossible in 3 dimensions, but in 4 dimensions, it's completely natural. It's an example of how extra-dimensional structures can exist even within lower dimensional spaces without breaking continuity. Now, take that concept and apply it here. If we can manipulate and measure 37-dimensional quantum states within our own space, that suggests that our reality is already embedding those dimensions in some form, not as extra spaces floating somewhere else, but as interwoven layers nested within what we perceive as physicality. This could mean a lot of things. For one, it challenges the idea that dimensions are separate things that we move through. Instead, it suggests that spacetime itself is a kind of layered structure where dimensional formation is encoded at deeper levels than what we directly experience. It also pushes against the whole idea that we live in a traditionally flat 3D universe. If quantum states naturally extend into 37 measurable dimensions, then what we call space is already containing these structures, and we're only just now starting to detect them. That's where the fractional analogy comes in. So what if the structure of reality is recursive, where higher order dimensional states can create the illusion of lower dimensional worlds, the same way that a hologram encodes 3D information into a 2D surface, or how a Klein bottle folds into a continuous space in what looks like a paradox from a 3D perspective. That raises another question. If we can observe these 37 dimensions in a quantum system, is there a way to actually interact with them? Because right now we're only detecting them indirectly through quantum probabilities and measurements. But imagine if we could actually engineer systems that leverage these extra-dimensional structures. What would that look like? Some of the more speculative quantum computing models are already hinting at this, where information processing might extend beyond classical space entirely. And then, of course, there's the consciousness question. If higher order dimensions are already a part of the fabric of reality, then it's worth asking, are we interacting with them in ways that we don't consciously realize? Could aspects of memory, intuition, or cognition be tied to these hidden dimensions in the same way that quantum states influence each other through entanglement? I have a paper by Federico Fagan in the channel bibliography document. He has some great research and some great videos in the recommended section as well on quantum consciousness, and I highly recommend checking out some of his work. So, this study that happened with the GHZ paradox and 37 levels of dimensions might be the first real evidence that reality isn't just three-dimensional or even four-dimensional. It's built on nested infinite layers of structure, and we've only just started mapping the edges of that system. This experiment is a massive leap forward in understanding how higher dimensional structures operate within our reality. It proves that these states aren't just theoretical, that they can be measured, manipulated, and embedded within our space. This is something I'll be exploring more in upcoming videos, breaking down how these nested dimensions could reshape our understanding of physics, consciousness, and the fundamental nature of existence. And if we can already detect quantum states in 37 dimensions, how many more are out there? How many more are just beyond what our current tools can see? The many worlds theory is right, an infinite number. Scientists are still playing catch up, and with quantum mechanics is revealing, and this is just the beginning. So if you want to explore how these nested dimensions could explain consciousness, the universe, and even ancient mystical knowledge, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know when I come out with the next thing in the channel list. Also, I have a bunch of playlists set up to check out the different series and see how they all interrelate and what I'm talking about when I talk about the Hyper Universe series. So anyway, have a great day. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.